top 8 to close out where we're currently at. And right now, it's actually going to be Eugene on Eugene Violence. Reach versus Anomaly. And two players who have top performed this tournament, meeting winners semis right before potential winners finals.
Are they not training partners?
Look at the dang.
Yeah, okay.
Look at the dang shirts.
Oh, and the kiss on stream too. Sneak that in a little bit. You know,
it's beautiful.
And I love to see, finally, we're seeing a little bit of Alex here. We only got to see that in the very beginning here, but it was a little bit short-lived of a fast round.
He's doing it for Donut Lord, all right? He's doing it for all of us. Alex, the heel that he is, going up against Reach's Dhalsim, a very, very classic pick from the Eugene resident himself. Meanwhile, Anomaly has shifted a couple characters between the history of this game, having his greatest performance being on Sagat, and it's very evident you're in winner semis with a totally different character, very recent with their character's release. Like, it's no question, this Anomaly's got the stuff going on.
I will say, I am not surprised that Anomaly ended up going to Alex, just in terms of how the Sagat gameplay went, and why I felt like Anomaly ended up playing that character. It was just because of the amount of block string pressure you can get into mixes on top of it, and literally, Alex is the epitome of that.
Meanwhile, though, you do have to take into consideration, this is your training partner, right? And all the stops, there's something on the line here. It's going to start seeing all the stuff that they've been holding against each other in preparation for this tournament, but right now it's going to be Anomaly going up 1, which, by the way, for this entire top 8, it is first to 3. So we're going to be getting as many games as we can.
All right. Dash back a little bit here, maintaining the Prowler stance here. Ooh, wasn't able to get out of it into block there. It is a little awkward to cancel the stance, that is for sure. Good extension, little slide in, back in, all right. Back over to the corner with that grab. What's the option? Little yoga hover, okay, there's that round.
Pop the level 1 real quick. It does so much damage. Okay, my big thing with level 1 and Dhalsim, it just keeps going. And I'm like, okay, I think it's over now. Nope, it's just, he's just breathing fire on
it. It has a unique mechanic where it is one of the few, if I'm not mistaken, level 1s that will, if you block it, put you in gray health. It will actually, like, still get value on block.
Dang, it's ridiculous.
Really niche buff. In terms of how much it's actually affected gameplay, you can ask Reach. I don't know if it really did much. It was cool though.
Now we're talking about some Reach action going on. This is, I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of further into this bracket as they get more and more adjusted to each other's play style. It's just going to be as much zoning as possible. Anomaly doesn't get too much stuff to try and get out of the situations that he's in, and Reach is capitalizing on the attempts to come in with a really, really strong combo. It's not going to be enough. Potential burnout, yep, just throw out the punch. And unless that shit was perfect, it's going to be game 1 going to Reach.
Yeah, that was kind of a rough scenario. I'm not sure if it was possible for Anomaly to kind of get the angle around that Yoga Fire, but was like fully committed well in the Prowler stance. Okay, jumping over here. Get a little bit of the, you know, safe reset, okay. Probably take the corner. Gotta respect it. All, like, that is just, like, you have to deal with it. You cannot contest it. You, as long as you know when to press, and at this level, but I know both these players know when to press.
Absolutely. Ooh, gonna get caught with the command grab. Now, actually in the corner, ooh! I always talk about how Reach, his playstyle, he's got the bag of tricks. Meanwhile, Anomaly's also pulling out some funky business. The killer clown card of Eugene holds strong across all games.
And the grab. All right, one more. That will do it.
Dude, Alex's grabs, every single animation is so guttural, man. Now up around, testing the water, trying to see what ways to get in on Dhalsim, this character. Playing to a lot of what Dhalsim really wants to see in terms of how to pressure a character. Meanwhile, though, still getting caught in the punish counters and eating a lot of damage. It really is just explosion versus a death by 1,000 cuts. And I don't know if that's going to be really ideal for Reach.
Yeah, but Reach doing pretty solid here in this round in terms of, you know, getting those 1-1 interactions. But Yeah, we're really confused how that grab ended up whiffing. This level 2 should... Oh, wait, no, it is not going to connect.
He went low. That means he's safe from the pressure, but you always have to factor in the fireball is still going to be happening anyways. Counter hit trade.
This meter difference here, definitely subject to...
He dives right in. He goes in, and that's just going to be ripping into the CA, and that's going to be a game for Anomaly. What's crazy is that Reach anticipated that last time, fully got the punish and got the game, and now we got the entirely inverse with Anomaly just finally getting in with the X.
It's so slow. Why does it work? You know, it is like, I don't know, something about it is definitely interesting. It is a great tool.
Dive right in, man. Sometimes people aren't ready for you. Ready for
hey,
you to dive
you
right
can do it and immediately immediate rip into level 3 if they don't jump back. Like it surprisingly works well as a mix-up option to get in when the character's whole thing is about getting in.
Meanwhile, Reach trying to keep Alex at bay. Ooh, followed up into a good combo. Low on the drive gauge, but that's not going to be too big of a worry. Does get swatted out of the sky with a reversal.
Ooh, little yoga float there into level 1.
Very traditional Dhalsim tactic to go for the dive kick into potential grab in this game. And calling that out and just keeping the pressure alive against Anomaly was really, really smart.
All right, we see the stomp. We see the check and the perfect parry here. And we see the slide. We've seen this, you know, sequence before, but wait a minute.
We've played these games before, indeed. Just gets the grab, tries the pressure, drive rush Oki, but it's not going to be enough to do it. Has to eat a lot of blocks, goes into burnout for it. Reach is rubbing his hands like, all right, time to be in my bag right now.
Yeah.
Now he just gets to play the anti-air game because, well, let's face it, Anomaly doesn't have too many approach options now in this position. Being in burnout's rough, and you're just going to be eating so much, especially off the teleport.
Oh, level 1 letting it rip. It was able to connect.
It did connect.
Evening it up in terms of health, but I spoke too soon as that grab kind of gives Reach a little bit more of a health advantage. We see the stomp whiff, but luckily for Anomaly, it should be able to close this out, but no, gets greedy, doubles up for a third time, waits for the reversal. What a call out.
Okay. I was kind of scared by the distance there. I was like, oh, is there going to be 2 kicks that are going to be able to connect? And I forgot, it's Alex on screen. No. That guy hits halfway across the map.
We were talking about how these players have played against each other so much. If there wasn't more of like that showing there, I don't know what will.
Speaking of which, kept the float on when he tried to dive in. Now he's going to eat a lot of damage for it. Now through the obstacle course, Anomaly goes, but immediately gets caught and is now looking to be in the corner. Gets caught with a landed hit, gets a quick 2-piece. Breaks the grab. Anomaly's not out of this just yet. Oh, but there we go.
Just a little bit short, but able to get this. Wait a minute.
He keeps going for it. He's not cashing out.
In the corner, what's the option? Drive impact, but it's broken. But wait a minute, going for the high, trying to get that overhead to connect, didn't quite do it, but man, this meter slowly getting it back. That is going to help out here,
yeah,
waiting this out.
The thing is just losing it and then being behind in the drive meter recovery race. Biding his time, he's even letting Reach go back into full drive.
This is the opening level 3.
That's gonna be it. Anomaly, the patience of a saint, gets to reward himself with a quick tap out. Oh, it's not over.
Not enough to do it, and critical art is possible here, but the trade.
Flash chop, but it's not gonna be too big of a deal to counter it. It's gonna be 2-1 Anomaly. I would have bet money that that was gonna kill.
First to three.
First to three, you know, you love to see it. Winners, semis, far from over for our respective Eugene players. This could go game 5. I absolutely believe it. He's been nailed by his back-to-back-to-back.
We do have the music change. You never know.
Oh my god, there's so many counter hits going on screen. I blocked that, I swear.
Oh man, that low check, just like, I talked about this earlier, it is also kind of a thing with Sagat where when the character's orientation ends up remaining standing, it is so weird to be caught by a low like that.
The
stomp. Oh, just didn't have enough meter. I know Anomaly was ready, but just did not have access to the drive meter.
Tries to swat reach out of the sky. They're both in burnout. I don't know though. Anomaly is about to get all the meter back. Oh, but really short
but in
grab.
the
It's
quarter.
Charging punch there, trying to bank off of the armor.
Yeah, but like even in
When
terms
you're
of
so
health,
low, though,
yeah.
that's beyond risky. Listen, I know Dhalsim don't deal that much damage, but like that's enough damage.
Sorry, just really polarized by this match. The dive in, finally. We're seeing a, the drive
jump
reversal?
is-
What?
It lasted long enough.
Like, sitting in the air for that long, you just figure, oh, that's a one interaction, right?
It's gonna be able to get out of that. It's gonna be able to start the punish counter sequence. Nope, I guess not.
All right. Really trying to walk in with those perfect parries. I will say that's one of the best feelings when you're just walking up, getting zoned out, but you're just perfect parrying left and right. But it does seem on the struggle because you're trying to find that opportune moment.
He put reach on the ground in an instant. Does need a punch counter off of the drill. It's not going to be enough to start a full sequence. Tries to do it yet again, almost make the connection. It's going to be a good grab tech coming in from reach, and now it's his turn to try and pilot this position. But it's going to be swat out of the sky again. Anticipate. There's a lot of anticipating that there is going to be this air sequence or these like air resets that Anomaly then has to follow up upon.
Level 3, just letting the rev jumps over in the power bomb. Hold up, we couldn't see it. We're gonna see it.
He rips it.
The one-winged angel to finish out that round, but it's not over just yet.
My God, they refuse to have this be a one-sided affair. It has just been round exchange over and over and over again. Anomaly's not out and has one bar up. Meanwhile, it's going to be back to business as usual in terms of finding a way to get back in. The Reach is taking a little advantageous position, trying to get the teleports behind very early on in the match, but it's kind of resulted in him being in the corner.
Okay, great catch there with the force knockdown of the overhead and keeping it going here. Should have a solid sequence. This is so good. You are +5 in that scenario.
Remember,
the shoulder.
The precarious drive reversal. Honestly, the greatest sign of familiarity between two players is when the drive reversals are happening, because they know when they're going to press against each other. And meanwhile, dives in, level 2's on deck. Is it time to close it out?
No way. Oh, goes for the extension, and that's all you need. We don't need that cutscene. And Anomaly taking it over Reach.
With the heel flare to boot. Now in winners finals, still representing Eugene. They can't even be mad at each other. They've been grinding this game with each other for so long and just been keeping Eugene alive. Anomaly, formerly known as Miles, still the same killer, no question. Guaranteed top 3 in this Street Fighter 6 tournament. We got Alex in there, baby. Beautiful stuff. Now, my question is this. Do you think that if the situation is dire enough that we could see the Sagat potentially come out? Or you think we're committing to the Alex
It really
entire
depends on the matchup. I'm trying
Do you think there's a matchup that it's like, this is the one that
I'm trying to remember. I definitely remember seeing a lot of Japanese players complain about one character. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, really? Like unanimously?
I saw it like 3 times. So that's enough where I'm like, okay, maybe something's going on here.